Okay, we have some more breaking news coming in this developing situation. Israel's Defense Minister Israel Katz has issued a sharp warning to Hezbollah, urging the Lebanese group to stay out of the ongoing Iran-Israel conflict. In a statement released on Friday, Katz declared that Israel has lost patience with groups that threaten its security and warned that any act of terrorism would trigger a forceful response. His remarks came after Hezbollah said it would act as we see fit in the escalating conflict, signalling potential intervention. Katz called Hezbollah a Lebanese proxy of Iran and stressed that any attack would be met with the full strength of the Israeli military, adding, quote, "If there is terrorism, there will be no Hezbollah." Yeshaya, thank you very much for joining us once again. We started off with that bit of breaking news that the IAEA have said about some Iranian production plant that has now been damaged. Do you think that the US intervention is necessary? We've seen a lot of Iran's military defense being depleted from these strikes, and now we're seeing Israel inflicting heavy damage on these production plants and other nuclear facilities. Critics would say that US involvement is not needed to finish this war. What are your thoughts on that, considering the damage that Israel have done already?
Yes, so this is the stance voiced by multiple ministers in the Israeli government, that we don't need, if America wants to join, we trust the judgment of President Trump, but we don't need the Americans. Yes, many have voiced that opinion, that Israel has multiple ways of striking even the hard-to-get facilities at Fort Dog. Yes.
Yes, and we have also had a response from Israel's defense minister, Israel Katz, in urging Hezbollah, the Lebanese group, to stay out of this conflict. What are your thoughts on the possibility of the Lebanese group Hezbollah possibly getting involved and adding another angle to this ongoing conflict?
Yes, so Hezbollah was always Iran's prized possession in this region. They are the best funded terrorist organization in the world. Iran had been funneling billions upon billions in money and in supplying weapons from Iran, from China, and elsewhere. Israel has taken out, I don't know what percent, but a certain percent of Hezbollah's capabilities, and of course killed the top brass in the Patriot attack as well. But it's an interesting question whether what would it take for them, even now that they are seriously wounded, to once again intervene for Iran. I think it might be, like a suicide attack. Like if the regime is going down in Iran, then they would mount like one last offense to try to save their masters in Iran. Maybe that might be the situation. Again, like I said, I'm not sure what it would take for them to once again intervene, and it's unclear. I think it's dependent on the outcome in Iran itself, what the threat is to the regime.
Yeshaya Rosenman, thank you very much for joining us. Glad you are safe and well. We move over to Europe for our next story. A Russian drone strike on the Ukrainian city of Odesa has left one person dead and at least 14 others injured, according to local authorities. The overnight attack targeted civilian infrastructure, damaging high-rise buildings, a university, a gas pipeline, and Odessa's railway station, a key Black Sea port hub. Governor Oleg Kiper shared images of fires engulfing residential buildings, while emergency services confirmed 10 drone strikes on housing units alone. Ukraine's Air Force reported that Russia launched 86 drones overnight, with 34 shut down and 36 neutralized through electronic warfare or found to be decoys. 8 locations across the country were hit. In addition to Odessa, Kharkiv also came under attack, where multiple homes were damaged by drones. Ukrainian rail authorities confirmed damage to tracks and power lines at Odessa station, further disrupting the region's logistics. Odessa has been under frequent Russian missile and drone fire since the start of the war, as Moscow continues its assault on Ukraine's coastal infrastructure. We now move over to the Indo-Pacific, where China's military has condemned the sailing of a British warship through the Taiwan Strait as a deliberate attempt to cause trouble, as Taiwan's president ordered stepped-up monitoring in response to Chinese military activities. Britain's Royal Navy has said that the patrol vessel HMS Spey conducted a routine navigation through the narrow waterway that was part of a long-planned deployment and took place in full compliance with international law. China considers the strait to be Chinese waters, while Taiwan, the United States and some of its allies say it is an international waterway. The Eastern Theater Command of China's People's Liberation Army said that the sailing of the ship was public hyping and that its forces followed and monitored the Spey. This comes as Taiwan's defense ministry reported another spike in Chinese movements close to the island over the previous 24 hours, involving 50 aircraft, concentrated in the strait and the top part of the South China Sea. China and the European Union have held high-level trade talks to ease tensions and promote stable relations. China's Commerce Ministry, Wang Wentao, spoke with EU Trade Commissioner Maros Sefcovic in a video meeting on Thursday. Both sides discussed key issues, including electric vehicle, trade remedies, export controls and market access. The Chinese Commerce Ministry said the talks were in-depth and focused on maintaining healthy economic ties. The meeting comes amid rising trade disputes between Beijing and Brussels. Both China and the European Union agreed to work together to promote a stable and sustainable trade relationship going forwards. Now we move over to Southeast Asia. Thai Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra is set to visit an army commander she called an opponent in a leaked phone call as she battles to defuse a crisis threatening to topple her government. This comes after the Prime Minister was forced to make a public apology as anger flared over the call with former Cambodian leader Hun Sen that appeared online. In the leaked call, Paetongtarn said was heard discussing an ongoing border dispute with Hun Sen. During the discussion, Paetongtarn referred to the Thai army commander in the country's northeast as her opponent, a remark that sparked fierce criticism on social media. The Thai Foreign Ministry summoned the Cambodian ambassador on Thursday to deliver a letter complaining about the leaking of the call. After the leak, Prime Minister's main coalition partner quit, and she faced calls to resign or hold a snap election, throwing the kingdom into a fresh round of political instability as it seeks to boost its spluttering economy and avoid US President Donald Trump's swinging trade tariffs. Here's what the Thai Prime Minister has said about the situation.
ไทยพี่น้องประชาชนนะคะคนไทยทุกๆคนที่มีในเรื่องของกรณีที่มีคลิปเสียงหลุดออกมาระหว่างที่ดิฉันคุยกับผู้นำทางกัมพูชานะคะก็จริงๆเป็นเรื่องประเทศไทยค่ะเพื่อมายื่นหนังสือประท้วงนะคะเพื่อแสดงความผิดหวังอย่างยิ่งต่อการกระทำของผู้นำกัมพูชาค่ะอันนี้จริงๆทั่วโลกไม่มีใครทำแบบนี้นะคะที่ผู้นำคุยกันไม่ว่าจะเป็นประเทศใหญ่ๆที่มีการตกลงกันหรือมีการพูดคุยเจรจาใดๆเนี่ยรัฐบาลไทยนะคะก็กับกองทัพนะคะก็ขอแสดงความรับผิดชอบในเรื่องของการปกป้องอธิปไตยนะคะที่เรากำลังดูแลร่วมกันนะคะแล้วก็ขอยืนยันอีกครั้งว่าทางรัฐบาลกับกองทัพเองเป็นหนึ่งเดียวกันก็อยากให้พี่น้องประชาชนเป็นหนึ่งเดียวกับเราด้วย
Now let's turn to Europe. Bahrain's Crown Prince